I often quote myself. It adds spice to my conversation. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So what do we got going on today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Well, since we've seen you last, we broke that $20,000 barrier, shot up there to 23 something. I think it was 23.2, 23.3 in some exchanges. Sliding back just a little bit today, coming in at 22,649, I think it was when I looked at it a moment ago. It's amazing, right? It's been a long journey to get here. I mean, I've been in cryptocurrency for 4 years. The channel's been around here for 3 years. We have our lovely co-host, Sammy.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone.
She's been hanging around here for 2.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess it has been that long.
And it's exciting times, right? It's exciting that the price is getting up here. It's nice to be able to look at all the different metrics and really understand what they mean, because we've been here, we've seen the development and the growth of things as we talk about the Lightning Network, as we talk about institutional investors starting to jump in, regulation, self-hosted wallets, all these terms, they come with getting a cryptocurrency education. As we continue to look forward, the hardest and the biggest lesson to learn is to never sell. Right? Hodling and accumulating cryptocurrency needs to be a lifelong dream, goal, desire,
a passion,
daily habit. I was talking with Samantha earlier, and we talk about when we got into Bitcoin, $700. There were times where we had 5 Bitcoin. $3,500 is, it's kind of a bit, but it's manageable. 5 Bitcoin today, I mean, that'd pay off most people's homes. Most people don't have $100,000 laying around in cash to be able to go buy Bitcoin like that. So it's a weird situation of knowing that the Bitcoin you have today, you can never accumulate more, but it's never too late to accumulate more. As we continue to go forward to these ideals of $400,000 and $100,000 Bitcoin, we're still looking at multiple bull runs waiting to join us, right? We talk about the metrics of Bitcoin, and we only see some entities, right, as I refer to them, joining us, collecting large sums, 100 million, 600 million, talking of $1 billion in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. But when you look at Google Trends and you look at Twitter, the average person is not here yet. But when you see places like PayPal and Square buying up Bitcoin, it's because they plan on offering it to the everyday mom and pop, right? Even if it is some confused situation of not allowing them to own their private keys, it's the ideal that the average person is coming to Bitcoin. And the people and the companies that are investing now are still looking to monopolize on the multiplier, as I call it, that's going to happen with not only other institutional investors, not only the countries that are yet to jump on board still, but the average person getting their hands on this decentralized currency. We see things like what's happening out there. The news is still unfolding and unraveling about the hack that happened here in America that occurred over the last 9 months, giving Russia all kinds of access to sensitive information.
Well, I mean, we don't even know. Yes, they are unsure at this moment how much and what they have, I mean, it's probably going to take them 9 months to figure out what they did. I guess the big deal is that they don't know how they just kind of, hung out and didn't red flag anything for 9 months.
But it's when you talk about things in Bitcoin, like security and decentralization. Bitcoin is the most securest network on planet Earth. Bitcoin has never been hacked. That's why it's worth $400,000 of Bitcoin. That's why people say it's worth $1 million of Bitcoin. We have a network that cannot be hacked, that is the most securest of all. and is used to transact value. That is every single day. Thousands of people are jumping on board and realizing that this is sound money.
All right. MS Bidiot is here. Hi, Mike.
Mike, thank you for joining us. I super appreciate it. Everybody, there is a moment of sympathy out there. MS Bidiot got one of his wallets hacked. There's still some confusion on exactly what happened. He's trying to figure it out, but it goes to show that everybody's susceptible to being hacked.
Yes.
Right. And you always have to be on guard, right? Don't let them catch you slipping, because this is money, right? And it may not seem like it was much money now. I'm not sure how much it was, but no matter what, it's going to be worth more tomorrow and the day after that. That's why we have these hackers continuously increase efforts, right? I think me and you, Samantha, we seen yesterday that they were saying that dog Bitcoin hacks, or I mean scams, are up 280% this year alone.
Yes, and that's when I was like, "Oh, yes," like how your friend literally on
Yep.
yes, hello,
I had
like yes,
an old acquaintance message me on
Yep.
Thanksgiving telling me pretty much the same thing, that they had somehow were wondering about Bitcoin because they had gotten wrapped up into a dog Bitcoin scam.
Yep,
Where they
were
asked
half
for
now, half later,
half
male
now,
puppy,
half later. They need Bitcoin for their payment. They're going to ship you the dog.
Puppy scams.
But
I know, right?
you know, if you want to put some details in the chat about your incident, Mike, you know, I'm sure everybody would like to know some of the details. I hope that it's recoverable. You know, I hope that it's just maybe some sort of, you know, mistake, right? I'm not even, you had mentioned the wallet. I think it was a cell phone wallet. So sometimes they're glitchy, right?
All right. So he said that Zaza won't be able to be here because Zaza is working right now and won't be able. I mean, you know, that makes sense, right? All right. He also said Grayscale just bought 90,000 Bitcoins in the past 2 days. It was just on the news an hour ago. Cool. So they're just sucking up some more. That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's great. It's good for us that are still holding. I mean, that's the problem, is that when we see this price, there's going to be people that didn't join until after the $20,000 high, and they still don't understand the true value of Bitcoin. So they're thinking that now is a time to sell, because the price is going to come crashing back down to $10,000, and they're going to have the opportunity to buy back in, when the days of $10,000 Bitcoin are long gone. The days of $20,000 Bitcoin are numbered, because we're heading to the next realm of Bitcoin. The days from us having $700 and $1,000 Bitcoin, they're long gone. We're never going to have those opportunities.
Alrighty. So Mike is talking about it in the chat, but he is also like, there is no like chat, because they're really, I mean, it's right now saying that there are 2 people. He did say that we should bring it up again when there's actually people in the chat. That's probably a good idea, right, Mike? Yeah.
But we tried to come out here a moment ago and do this with the cell phone. We were going to try to do one of those walking around videos like you see everybody else doing. But of course, the cell phone connection on Samantha's phone and my phone is way too crappy. We have the same
cell phone company, so it's not like it even matters. It's not, we couldn't have switched to his and would have gotten anything better going on. But yeah.
But yeah, trying to walk around some of the property out back here in the woods, trying to make a video, it didn't work out very well, very grainy, and then it cut out. So we thought we'd just have to come back over here, run all the wires out the house, plug them in, and do it the old-fashioned way as we've been doing it the whole time. Right.
Yeah. All right. So Mike is saying that he has also heard that there are many crypto shows that are not getting updates to subs. Well, I mean, when YouTube, Google, blah, blah, blah went down a couple days ago, and everybody was like, oh, damn, I can't go to work. Like, you know, right. Whoops. Yeah. Well, when it came back up, I mean, it was real funky for a while.
Yeah, I had all my subscribers were gone for a while.
Like everything was just generic. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, maybe. Because, yes, quite honestly, I think what our chat is the people that we text and talk to. So it's just going to be one of those days, Eugene. It's just whatever.
It's fine. You guys can always watch this on the uptake later. I will always read your comments, giving it the thumbs up, sharing the video out. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? Because even if you're not here live in the chat, to be able to message and ask your question this time, you know, the ideal of the show is to get to know who we are. right? That we're regular people and that we're not out here shilling and selling and trying to get you to go to another website or participate in some pyramid scheme or do something that ends up giving us a kickback, right? We've been in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency so long that we've given up on ideals of trying to make money off of the show. I mean, not that we ever hung the show out to try to make money, but this is for fun, right?
Yeah.
If we wanted to make money, we'd invest more money in Bitcoin. We'd invest more money in cryptocurrency, right?
Oh God, we did get a "Do you want to do a partnership?"
Oh,
email
yeah,
a couple
we've
of
been
days.
getting
That was
those.
ridiculous. But I like it though because they did dry up for quite a long time there in the
Yeah, they've been coming back. I've been noticing them like, at least every other day, every 3 days.
Somebody saying, "Would you like
I
to?"
think the newest one was a casino.
Oh, you're right. It was. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we originally got into this because you wanted to talk to people and we wanted to. I mean, you can't talk to somebody and actually like believe them and talk to them realistically if you don't know who they are.
Right. And it was we couldn't find anybody else that understood what cryptocurrency was. And then when we tried to go to the internet to ask questions, to understand, to try to figure out how to invest,
there was so many.
There was so much diversity in the information that I was unsure. I was unsure if I should be trying to hold my own Bitcoin in a paper wallet or if I had to buy a hardware wallet.
Then which one was it that we should get? So many. It just, as soon as you picked one avenue, there was 100 more questions that you didn't even think about before that. And somebody's posing it to you now. You're having to do a tutorial because you don't quite know.
And then, at the time, it was a lot of Genesis mining, right?
Yeah.
It was like every time I'd buy Bitcoin, you'd go to watch people's videos, trying to get information, understand what Bitcoin was and cryptocurrency. And they were talking about how they were investing in Genesis mining and they were making all of this money. And it was like, well, I only have, $60 in Bitcoin. But, if I invested in Genesis mining, maybe. And then you start to hear it every show. And it gets you into the ideal of thinking that you also should be doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never been out here telling anybody that they need to ever do anything besides keep their Bitcoin safe. Right? The worst thing you can do is part from your Bitcoin.
I mean, you can hate us later, okay? Like, you could hate us later, whenever it is. Like, because, yes, I mean, right now, that is the only thing that, from our 4 years, is that it is, you can never get back what you've had, and you can always get more, and you need to be happy with what you have.
I mean, it is still early days, still talking about only 1.6% of the entire population is in Bitcoin, right? We still don't have a FANG corporation. We still don't have a country involved. I mean, the price may seem high as we look at, 23,000, 22,000 for a Bitcoin, but it's really not. It's really not in comparison to where we are heading.
And not to what its value should be or could be or is supposed to be.
But, I mean, we do have news all over the place. If there's other people in the chat, please come out of the woodwork, comment, let Samantha know that you're here and hanging out with us. We love the thumbs up, share the video out, all of that. It helps get more people in the chat because this is a roundtable discussion. I hope you guys have all read the news. If you're invested in Bitcoin and figuring this stuff out every single day, I just want to keep the conversation going here, right? So as I see, we got Coinbase, they're IPOing, right?
Are they now?
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest cryptocurrency company, right? Definitely the first gateway for millions of Americans pretty much to be able to get into cryptocurrency. Still can't keep their servers up and running when they're busy. Maybe they need to IPO. Maybe they need more money. I think, they're worth something like $8 billion, but hey, maybe they need more money.
Yeah. I don't freaking know. Oh, you gotta love Coinbase. Oh, they want me to update my stuff, man. I don't know. Yeah, logged in and they're like, hey man, so we haven't checked your license in a while, I guess. You wanna do that again? No, I don't, but I also,
Yeah, KYC is real.
I was logging in for a reason, so you got me there, Coinbase. All right, Papa O'Reilly Shelley is here. Hey,
Papa O'Reilly Shelley, thanks for joining us.
Text chain, yay!
Awesome. I'm glad that you guys are joining us. The next little bit I got is that, I mean, we see that Kraken's adding Lightning, right? So hopefully that this is another one of those situations where we got one major exchange doing something and it's going to push and nudge all of the other exchanges to have to come along, right? We've seen that it took a while for all the exchanges to come around to the new addresses that came along with segregated witness, right? And then batching, right? So now that they're doing that, coming along to the Lightning Network, it's great. It's great. I mean, Kraken's not my favorite exchange, but hopefully this will go ahead and push some of the other exchanges into doing it. When you got the confirmation time difference, you know,
I see what they're going
you'll
for.
see people using Kraken over it, especially if we continue to see the development and the price increase in Bitcoin, right? When you can send transactions for 1 Satoshi versus $1.
Oh,
well,
yeah, and the wait
not
time.
me. I don't pay that on chain, but I'm never in a ruch.
No, you're stingy.
I
You're
am
super stingy.
Any more going on in there, Samantha? Definitely always want to take a moment, a breath.
All right, so we're
pause.
gonna say C because it's C1177, I believe. God, the glare on this is horrible right now.
I know, it's always weird when we do it at the different times because the sun moves all around. And...
Yep, I can't even tell. I think you're kind of bright, but it's also
it's
like
hitting me in the face pretty good.
It's cool.
I'm sure it's good for the camera. That's how it works good when you put the sun behind the camera.
At this point, I mean, the first video we did in the woods, apparently you couldn't even see it. It was like Minecraft, just little pixels.
I don't know. We should go to full podcast. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Like,
right?
I mean, it's about the conversation.
You don't think anybody's here for your face? They're definitely not here for mine.
See, I always said if we put your face out here, we'd have a lot more subscribers.
We have a lot more, would we? Go in the way of crypto love, huh? Gotta love that man had nothing to do with nothing, but always had a picture of a chick on his thumbnail. Oh, you gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right. Oh, MSBD. Okay, so Mike thinks that their IPO is going to make huge waves. It probably will, okay? Yes, but whatever. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, it'll give the opportunity to buy a stock that's pretty much correlated with Bitcoin, you know, indirectly.
I'm still pissed off that they can facilitate so well, but nobody else can get their shit together. I mean, really, you can't, I can't sell anything, but you can, it makes me salty, man.
I mean, it's the trust that comes along with it. You know, I remember in the beginning, I know that there's easier ways now, but in the beginning, it was the idea of how do I get Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin's the one-way transaction, it was very difficult. A lot of it was through, you know, I'm pretty old at this, so it was local Bitcoins and stuff where you'd have to go deposit money into someone else's bank account and then upload photos from the stub and everything. Or it was to trade, like you'd buy cell phone cards, things like that, Amazon gift cards, you could trade those as well for Bitcoin. But the ideal of being able to just plug in your debit card or your bank account routing number and to just be able to buy some Bitcoin and them hold it for you. And it also be able to be like $5 to $10 amounts in increments and then be able to trust them. Right? Because that's the thing. I mean, you can look up Coinbase. Coinbase is well known. No one thinks when you go look up at Coinbase that they're going to rob you or rip you off or steal your bank account information and take more money than they're supposed to. Right? Where when you start seeing the other ones, you know, let's go Coin Mama or something, you know, it's like, do I really want to be giving out my bank account routing number to this exchange that I don't really know?
I mean, yes, okay, I get what you're saying because yes, I would feel better with giving my like Coinbase is probably going to get my driver's license, okay? Like it's going to happen and I'm not going to feel like it's like, but yes. It does make, they have been around a long time, okay? And I mean, we started with them. I mean,
it's like it's like going to Amazon, right? And you'll put in your credit card number to Amazon, no problem to buy a toy for your dog. But if you went to some obscure pet auction site that was called, you know, Chewy's Treats or something, you might want to use the PayPal protection or whatever to buy because instead of putting in your credit card information. Is that Coinbase has passed this level where now they're like that. They're a fang corporation in the cryptocurrency world.
Yep. All right. Where are we at? God, this glare. Actually, I think it's moving slightly. All right. UK Bitcoin Master. Hi, Brian.
Brian, thank you for joining us, my friend. I was hoping to get you here. I seen you on the other one. Didn't work out so well walking around with a cell phone, but I'm glad that the time slot right now got you out here live.
All right. And Mike says already there's a ripple of contention among the uber rich that they are not paying attention to this. Yep. That they are what? It's about to sink into their minds of the wealthy during Christmas. I mean, yes. I get. See, okay, yes, because that's what I'm thinking. Is all the dinner parties and all the stuff. No matter what, rich people are rich people. They do it like the same thing that everybody else does, just on a rich level. I mean, so they're eating better food or whatever. But y'all gossip. So really, I'm sure more people over. But see, I don't know if business people really go. Well, I guess, yeah, even rich people go and have Christmas crap. Like, Uncle blah, blah, blah that you haven't seen, but is also a multi-million-dollar somebody might get it. Nice conversation this time around. Oh, and Pastor Phil got all his money. Oh, yes.
Awesome.
I did see your little thumbnail. We didn't actually get to click it, Brian, but yes, that Pastor Phil got all his money back. All his Bitcoin.
He's been fundraising that for quite a long time. And that is awesome that the Bitcoin community is very generous, right? We've seen this quite a bit, that the Bitcoin community, it helps those that help Bitcoin, right? We've seen a lot of developers, unpaid programs. When Bitcoin shot up to 20,000 last time, there were lots of Bitcoin millionaires that were sending one Bitcoin all over the place in order to help facilitate the advancement of the Bitcoin network.
I mean, it is a lot easier, especially, I don't know, when you're happy and you feel that you have enough, everybody gives that. It's only when you're down and out that you're all like, man, I can't tip you. I can't, whatever it is. No, the salvation box is not, getting it today. But yes, I mean, it's times like these when, I mean, you have made so much profit that is usually the only time that are non-for-profiting on our, I mean, for real, on most of our cryptos get any kind of compensation.
I think Bitcoin is one of the only few things where we can sit here today and we can look at the price at $23,000, $22,000 and say, I mean, this is awesome that we're here, but you know what? It's nothing yet. And to continue to keep going and to continue to keep wanting to put money into it, even though we're watching the value go up, I mean, I still don't want to stop, right? They're still never having enough. Not when you're talking about where this is going.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Do you want to say, well, okay, I guess I'm good with this price of what I have, this Satoshi amount. Yeah, okay. But then in 15 years, are you going to be happy?
Yeah. I mean, it all does come back to that idea of good money management, lifetime money management, realizing that you should to try to make more than what you need and to always put away.
I don't know. It just makes me think the people that have been here even longer, like Mike, like Vention, where it's like, I can't even do that. I mean, yes. Could we, if we had been in long enough, I mean, the second time when we were doing it in the beginning, when it was 700, we would have so many right now. But then it's like, why be greedy? Why be greedy?
So we got Ethereum futures coming out from the CME in February of 2021. And you think that this is going to be a positive or negative, Samantha? We've seen the CME futures come out for Bitcoin at the peak, and they shorted it all the way. But, I mean, we're looking at February. We have staking coming up. Like, well, it's out, right?
Yeah, it's whatever, phase zeroing or whatever, but yeah. Yeah.
Do you think that this is going to be a positive? Do you think it's going to help support or increase the price? Do you think it's just going to be another opportunity for people to start shorting ETH?
I don't know.
You don't even care.
No.
Your face looks like you don't care over there.
Was that what that sound was? Yeah, no. I mean, I don't. Probably. I mean, I'm probably going, yes, there'll probably be some way to do something. I'm sure somebody will profit. I mean, I don't care. It's another futures crap. Like, I don't care. I'm sorry. I really don't. All right.
I got one last one here for you, Samantha. This one you wanted to make sure I specifically put on the paper to bring out here. The Salvation Army is accepting Bitcoin.
Because
theory.
That's just ridiculous, okay?
I mean, if you want to hear any more that it's sound money, I mean, the Salvation Army is willing to take Bitcoin in order to help the needy. So, squinting real hard over there.
Yes, because I can't see the damn screen.
Lift the screen around.
I can't get any bigger, lower, in between. It doesn't matter, okay? It does not matter.
Well, you guys, that was the last little bit of news I had out here in order to try to incite some conversation. So, I mean, if there's something you guys want to talk about, I'd really love it if you guys went ahead and put it in the chat. If you guys are watching this on the uptake later on, please comment down below. We're happy to be out here. You know, we're glad that you're taking time to watch this and help us keep this conversation going, because you guys help us understand Bitcoin and cryptocurrency just as much as, you know, we're hopefully helping you guys understand it and keep going in these markets. It's been a long 3 years trying to hold on to Bitcoin and not give up and wash out and bigger, better other projects, whatever they may be. But here we are, the time's paid off, and we just got to keep going, right? The more people we continue to tell about Bitcoin and get interested, not only the better off their lives will be for investing in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, but the better off our lives will be because we've created the network effect.
All right, so we're going to say Raj. Raj says he likes my voice. Thanks. I've had my whole life. And my guess, the Salvation Army is going to accept Antichrist money. Yes, they are. I don't quite understand it either myself, which is why I find it just, it's so lovely, ironic. I mean, for real, like, what is a little dinger going to, like, no. How are they going to get? Is it QR code on what? What does Salvation Army like?
Oh, right, QR codes on the front of the
box
black
thing,
pot that they hang out there. That would be kind of cool. Or they got on the sandwich board.
I'm just saying.
I was just, I don't know. I guess I'm old school. I was just thinking like the website was going to have a cut and paste 24 character address. But I mean, it just goes to show how long I've been around here. They probably do just have a QR code on a sandwich board out front.
The little bell ringer's vest will have it, like the whole back, just giant ass QR code. I'm just saying, like, they have to have came up with something.
Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, we watched the video the other day, and somebody was talking about Janet Yellen when the guy was holding the buy Bitcoin behind her head, and it was like, I remember that. Like, it seemed like it was just yesterday, but you would have bought one Bitcoin back then versus now, you would have been doing great.
All right, Mike is saying that he might have to go because he's got to do stuff.
That's okay, Mike. We're getting ready to close down this episode. I'm just hanging out, always trying to give everybody plenty of time to conversate in the chat and ask questions, you know, talk about different things, point me in different directions. I know that there's a 20 or 30-second lag between what I'm actually saying and what's over there. But I do love that, you know, we have found a place for Samantha here on the show, integrating her, giving you guys a voice. I've seen that other people have been doing the whole read the chat thing. I know I've stood over there and tried to do the show and read the chat, and it is a little bit difficult. Having Samantha do it just makes all of this much more entertaining, and we always love to add her commentary.
Yeah. Listen, this is what happens where you were told to shut up and read books your whole childhood. I was the one that the teacher was like, "Oh, Samantha, why don't you read this chapter?" Yeah, that's cool. I liked it a lot. Carries on in my life, apparently. It's all right, though. I do like talking to people, and I can read. So those are the only qualifications.
Well, you also know quite a bit about Bitcoin over the years, and you're getting heavily invested in it. Since if Bitcoin failed, we'll be at Walmart or possibly ringing that Salvation Army bell.
Well, at least now they accept
Bitcoin.
Yeah. For real. It's better. Okay.
That's it?
Yes.
Nothing in the chat? No more questions or comments?
I think so. I think we're good. It's hard to read.
Well, I super appreciate you guys coming here and hanging out. Down below, I got a couple different links that go to the other social media. If for some reason YouTube is not helping you find when we come out live, if you want, you can also message me. We got a short list of people that we're sending text messages now too. You can go ahead and get on that list as well.
Why not?
Anything we can do to try to help keep the conversation going. Besides that, I also got a donational address down there now. I figured the price is up. Why not ask for a few bucks here and there? I've told you guys we got 3 events planned for sure. We got a 4th one in the works. Haven't been able to do any work on the bus. We have a lot of other stuff going on around here, trying to continue to keep moving along here in the trenches. But we're hoping to get back out there, pass out those Bitcoin flyers, continuing to turn people on to cryptocurrencies. The price is up. If the price continues to go up, it'll make this year great.
It will be a lot easier.
Being able to walk around and get people's attention. If we come across people that don't really have or understand how to invest and have just kind of heard the word before, I can definitely see them going out of their way, since it'll be a friendly environment, right? That's always been our go-getter for going to these EDM festivals. I mean, besides the fact that it's a win-win situation, which is always a plus, that we like it, is that everybody is happy there. And it is the ones that we go to are longer than just a couple hours, and it's created a good atmosphere to be able to conversate about, you know, the future and how money doesn't have to be this paper stuff that holds most of us down and only works for the 1%.
The non-judgment thing is awesome. Like, you know what I mean? You just, where it's like, okay, so like this is a safe place. Well, here's Bitcoin, everybody. Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin.
That's pretty much how it works. This is a safe place. Well, then let me tell you about Bitcoin.
There's so many of you. I'll move on when you get bored. Just keep going.
Anything in the chat?
All right. So, UK Bitcoin Master, yes, go watch his show. Go do his channel.
Yes, you guys gotta go check out Brian's stuff. Brian is out there working away, harder than we're working away.
Definitely.
Because he is definitely producing great content and more frequently than we are. You guys gotta check out his stuff, support him as best you can. We're just weekenders, right, Samantha?
Yeah, I mean, we want to be more, but like, I mean, I don't know, man. There's not enough hours in the day, and there's not enough coffee to like do it all. Maybe that's why they came up with all the really good stuff past coffee, you know.
Have you seen the commercials for that stuff that they've been showing on YouTube lately called Mud or whatever?
The Mud water?
Where
mud
it's
water.
Mushroom coffee enhanced with other vitamins and minerals and extracts and whatever they do to try to, boost you.
Yes, whatever all the stuffs are, but it's like mushroomness based.
I don't know if any of you guys ever tried that. You guys gotta let me know. I was thinking about maybe trying some of it. Something to help keep this Ferrari running nice.
Gag. But Mike is the mushroom man. So hello. Do you drink mushroom coffee? And is it still called coffee? Like, I don't know. Because they were saying it's like coffee, but it's not coffee, but it's water, but it's not water. So what the hell is it?
All right, Samantha. So as we're seeing a $22,600 price, you got any last words for these people before we see them again in a day or two?
Okay. MS has said that he has tasted mud at Burning Man, and it is not good tasting. So the person, mud is atrociously nasty.
All right.
Dude, that was such a Mary Poppins word. Atrocious. I like it. Josh is here. Josh, what?
Josh, we're getting ready to shut the episode down, but I do appreciate you coming by.
All right. And he said, Burning Man, everybody, next year, everybody, come on, we can do this. He said he can get tickets, man. Everybody, just come on. It's the big, there's not enough desert. Of course there is. We'll just have like a giant like powwow of Bitcoinness. Like, come on, we can get all together.
I think we should go for Wakan in Arkansas. Smaller venue.
Smaller. I did like the mountains, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because we're in Florida and there are no freaking mountains.
That is true.
All right. Oh, and Josh is saying that he would try the mud. See? Okay. I don't know. There was a couple of them saying that it was not awesome tasting and that they were saying that they like to add honey or this and they had concoctions. But I mean, I don't see how like a spoonful of honey and some almond milk, which was like half of what they were saying, like made it tolerable, would be enough.
I mean, I'm always for the greater good. And I mean, taste is a matter of getting used to everything, right? I mean, the first time I tasted a beer, it didn't taste good. The first time I had a cup of coffee, I didn't really think it was all that great. But now I love me a beer, and a cup of coffee is a staple in life. So I just food for thought, right? Something that commercial had my interest for a moment. I was like, well, I mean, people say coffee is good and bad for you, so it's like eggs. You never really know where it lies. So I just thought maybe switching my afternoon cup to something else that's supposed to do good things for my body could end up doing me good things in the long run.
All right. Well, Mike can say that he has a tin of it somewhere that'll send it to him. He said that they were giving it out like at Burning Man, But that makes sense, right? Because I mean, yeah. Right. I would say, I mean, that's
I don't know. I think
definitely
it's
a
supposed to originally come
foodie.
from like
Yeah.
India, and some Indian stuff is good and some Indian stuff is not.
I mean,
So
who the hell? La, 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 la,
you
la.
can't use the culture as a judge on how it's gonna be.
Well, he said it tasted like burnt dirt. Okay. Burnt dirt. Just saying.
I don't know. I used to drink a lot of wheatgrass.
Yeah, I can't do that. Although I can drink the kratom and the kava kava crap, which I mean that you
Oh
can't
man,
get nastier than that, in my opinion.
yeah, kava kava is horrible tasting.
Okay,
All
I think
right,
we're good.
we're
I
way
think
off
we are
topic,
good.
you guys. I'm glad you guys came out here and joined us for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. Keep holding on to those ledgers. Keep staying strong. Never get discouraged. It's always a great day to accumulate. But remember, keep that BTC safe. Later, guys.
Bye, guys.